Your manager says the word deprecated and means your job, not the code base. You. 5 years ago, you said AI would never replace real engineers. You still believe it. Your badge still opens the door. Your calendar still fills with meetings. But the stand-ups feel different now. Quieter. Fewer questions. More silence after you speak. Someone younger just shipped a feature in 2 hours. You would have needed 2 days. Nobody said anything. But you noticed. You always notice. This is what happens when the world moves and you decide to stand still. It's Tuesday, 9:14 a.m. Your coffee is already cold. You open your laptop the way you have for 11 years. Same IDE. Same dark theme. Same folder structure you built in 2019 and never touched again. It works. It has always worked. Around you, the office looks the same. Same desks. Same monitors. Same whiteboard with last quarter's roadmap still half erased. But something in the air has shifted. You can't name it yet. Your Slack has 42 unread messages. 12 mention a tool you've never opened. Someone posted a screenshot of code that wrote itself in 9 seconds. 3 people reacted with fire emojis. You scroll past it, like you always do. You've built a career on discipline, on understanding systems from the inside out, on knowing why the code works, not just that it works. That used to be enough. That used to be everything. Your badge still says senior engineer. Your salary hasn't changed. Your title hasn't changed. But the room has quietly redefined what those words mean, and nobody sent a memo. You tell yourself it's a trend. Trends fade. You've seen this before. Blockchain, NoSQL, the microservices obsession of 2016. You outlasted all of them by simply waiting. This time, waiting feels different. You just don't know why yet. Thursday, 3:41 p.m. Your manager schedules a call titled Quick Sync. It's never quick. He mentions the word velocity 4 times in 90 seconds. He shows a dashboard you've never seen. Team output tripled in 6 weeks. Not from headcount, from tooling. You ask which tooling. He says a name you vaguely remember dismissing in a Slack thread in 2021. You called it a toy back then. It is not a toy now. He asks if you've explored it. You say you've been busy shipping. He nods slowly, the kind of nod that isn't agreement. Friday morning, a junior engineer, 18 months on the team, closes 4 tickets before lunch. You check the commits. Clean, tested, documented better than half of what you've written this year. You corner him near the kitchen. Casual, you think. How'd you move that fast? He shrugs. I just prompt it right. Took maybe 20 minutes to learn. 20 minutes? You've spent 5 years refusing to spend 20 minutes. That night, you open the tool for the first time. Alone. No one watching. You type a problem you've solved 100 times by hand. It answers in 6 seconds. Not perfect, but close. Closer than it should be. Your hands stay on the keyboard. You don't move for a while. Monday, the team lead announces a reorg. 2 roles are merging into one. The new role requires AI native workflow fluency. You reread the phrase 3 times. It didn't exist in your vocabulary a year ago. Now it decides who stays. You think about your resume. 11 years of experience, all built on a version of skill that is being quietly redefined underneath you, sentence by sentence, sprint by sprint. You're not obsolete. Not yet. But you can feel the shape of it approaching. Slow, patient, certain. Here's what nobody told you 5 years ago. It was never really about the tool. It was about the refusal. Every year you didn't look, The gap didn't stay the same size. It compounded, quietly, invisibly, like interest on a debt you forgot you owed. You weren't lazy. You were confident. Confidence and denial can look identical from the inside. The junior engineer isn't smarter than you. He just wasn't old enough to have pride standing in the way. He had nothing to unlearn. You have 5 years of, "I don't need this," sitting between you and the keyboard. That's the real cost. Not your job. Not yet. Your certainty. You built an identity around being the person who understands things deeply, manually, from first principles. That identity isn't wrong, but it isn't sufficient anymore, and it hasn't been for a while. The tool didn't replace you tonight. It just showed you the shape of the last 5 years. All that time spent proving a point nobody was actually keeping score of. You closed the laptop. The office is empty now. Just you and the hum of the servers down the hall. Tomorrow you'll open that tool again. Not because you changed your mind about AI. Because you finally understood the question was never really about AI at all. It was about how long you can afford to be right about the wrong thing. Somewhere, right now, someone else is opening that same tool for the first time. Maybe that's tonight. If your 5-year mark arrived tomorrow, would you finally open it? Next time, you'll see what happens when you open it too late.